Next up at UFC Qatar, we have the featured prelim of the evening. We have Bogdan Grad taking on Luke Riley. Bogdan Grad, 15-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming off that decision loss to Muhammad Naimov, taking on Luke Riley, undefeated, 11-0 in his career, making his UFC debut. Luke Riley is the carbon copy of every other Cage Warrior fighter we have ever seen in the UFC. Fast, athletic striker. He does everything possible to keep fights on the feet. He's got plenty of finishes, does a good job doing damage in the clinch. Takedown defense, it's decent, at least against European wrestlers. It's decent. If he gets taken down, he does a really good job of not panicking. He stays busy. He works back to his feet. Combinations are impressive. He'll work your body. He'll work your head in the exact same exchange. Overall, fun fighter. Probably a pretty good signing in the UFC. Taking on Bogdan Grad. Well-rounded guy. Good striking. The striking is pretty straightforward. Nothing fancy. Nothing crazy. 1s, 2s while moving forward. He doesn't do wild chasing knockouts. He clean tries to keep it simple. He's got heavy kicks. He'll invest in the legs early to try to slow you down. He will work in some wrestling as well. He'll attempt multiple takedowns. He'll focus on control more than submissions. He is coming off that loss to Muhammad Naimov, where he looked a little small for the weight class, and there was probably a third-round scramble there that ended up losing him that fight. This is a fun matchup. I expect this to be fireworks. This is the featured prelim for a reason. I also expect Bogdan Grad to be shooting takedowns. And if Luke Riley defends the takedowns the way that he did on the regional scene, if Luke Riley works his way up the same way he did in the regional scene, then Luke Riley wins this fight. But if those were frauds and he's defending takedowns against subpar wrestlers, and now he's got Bogdan Grad who doesn't care, he's just going to get in his face, then we have a very different fight here. This is a razor-thin close fight. I am going to pick Luke Riley because all Luke Riley has ever done is defend takedowns and try to keep fights on their feet. And this will be more of the same. As long as the lights aren't too bright for him, as long as the takedowns aren't better than he's seen before, he should win here. But we have seen Harry Hardwick. We have seen these Cage Warrior fighters in the past show up in the UFC and get absolutely smoked. So I'm staying far, far away from here. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, that's a running theme on the Saturday streams is we fucking hate all these Cage Warriors. I've lost so much money with all these fucking, what is that, Jordan guy, the fucking Loner Kavanaugh, the fucking, I mean, just one by one, they just come in. And now that Jordan Vucenic guy came in, gets smoked a bunch, goes back, gets a first-round finish. It's like, there you go. That's the Cage Warriors. like, what are we doing here? Listen, let me start off by saying I respect Luke Riley. That's one of Patty's boys, just like Shamrock. Patty's over there with these guys. Incredible hand speed, really good striker, absolute fucking dog, right? I mean, he's got that very famous fight where he's like getting fucking steamrolled, comes back, wins the fight. Even in his last fight, which is a little precursor here, I believe going into his last fight, he was like a minus 800 favorite. It was set up for him to show up and show out, highlight for Luke Riley. Let's make him our guy because he's definitely like one of the guys for the Cage Warriors now. They want to promote him as he's our guy. When he goes to UFC, we're proud of him. He's a Cage Warriors guy. He was getting fucking, he's getting fucking dominated. He was getting fucking dominated in that fight until that guy literally just got tired and was like, the second that guy got tired, he was like, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head home. I did my thing. I proved why I'm gonna head home. There was nothing about that. Luke Riley wasn't working back to his feet. That guy was just dominating Luke Riley, got tired, said, I'm gonna head home. Luke Riley was able to get a finish, but that's a big red flag because Bogdan Grad is a guy that can get takedowns, that can get control, that is nasty on top. He does get a little bit too aggressive sometimes. He is a hittable guy. So anybody that's in the comments, anybody that's in this live chat, I'm very well aware. If Luke Riley comes in and this guy Bogdan comes in and chases a knockout or does something and gets fucking flatlined, I will be not surprised in the slightest. I can definitely see that happening. Luke Riley, just nice little 1-2 down the pipe because he just throws a nice fucking 2. Just fucking, every time I tell anybody, just throw a fucking 2 and hit this guy, he throws that fucking 2 down the pipe and just fucking lightning speed. So if he does it to Bogdan and lays him the fuck out, I'm just going to be like, yeah, I kind of saw that coming. But there is such a discrepancy in the grappling department that I cannot ignore that. We've seen Bogdan also be a tough guy before. His Contender Series fight was just an absolute fucking insane. Against Naimov, he gets clipped a little bit, comes back in that fight. Probably should have won that fight because in that third round, he gets on the back of Naimov and then gets too aggressive, falls off, ends up losing that decision. So I'm going to trust the toughness enough for a guy like Bogdan, as sloppy as he is, to be able to work in the wrestling, the grappling. He seems like he's trying to go to that a little bit more now in the UFC. And I have to imagine, which it worries me a little bit because I saw, an interview where he's like, yeah, I like this Luke Riley guy. I think there's going to be a lot of blood. There's going to be a lot of elbows. He'll be like, no, dude. No, get the fucking thing. What are we doing? What are we doing? You don't need to put all these fighters like I'm going to put on performance. Nobody gives a fuck. Just get the fucking win, dude. Get the takedowns. Get the control. That is your path to victory. If he wants to wrestle, he can fucking grapple this guy until the end of time. So I can't ignore that. I got to take Bogdan, but I respect the hands of Luke. I get it. But, I mean, the grappling is just so extreme, or should be, in this matchup. So,
listen, I don't hate that. I went on the Luke Riley side only because he literally has spent his entire career figuring out how to fight while people are trying to take him down. I think Bogdan Grad
mauled in his last fight.
Listen,
he was
I get
clueless, and he was minus 800.
I was forced to watch all the same tape because we have never seen this dude fight before. Somebody was like, "You should really watch regional, the cage war." I'm not watching regional European MMA. I don't have time like that. I'll watch individual fighters when I have to do this, but I'm not just for the fun of it. Like, oh, is there a Cage Warriors today? Unfortunately, I just don't have that kind of time. This should be a really fun fight. It is a featured fight for a reason. The fact that we have a 2-1 favorite here is actually a bit surprising. This should be far closer.
This feels like definitely a pick-em. Either Bogdan gets the grappling going, he wins, or he gets knocked clean out, and either one is like, you can see both happening.
Plus, he's tough. Like, this should be closer. Even if Luke, I think, should probably be the favorite. He's undefeated, clean, fast, all that thing. But, like, the opening odds made a lot more sense than the odds we have right now. If you do want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool that we have on this fight and the other 13 fights on this card, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member. You'll unlock everything you could ever need, not just for this card, but UFC 323, the fight night that closes out the year, and then whoop, all the fights popping up in 2026.
You don't know what mauling means. He was getting held against the cage for a few minutes. Timothy, you've never watched a fight in your life. This is the same guy that said that I don't watch fights. Watch Luke Riley's last fight. Are you fucking stupid? Who is this guy? Get him out of here.
We have a comment here. This guy commented on a different video saying, Angelo, do you know you're a GIF? And I guess, like, not just in our Discord, like in the world, like a GIF that floats around for anybody to use. And I said, send it to me. He said, it's just you getting excited. So send it to me. You can send it to the We Want Picks Facebook or the We Want Picks Instagram. Send me the GIF. I'm curious what the hell it is. Let me know, and I'll check it out.